Citizens, and welcome back to the Verse. We are less than 24 hours from Invictus, which is starting soon. So if you want to try out the new 3.23 patch of Star Citizen or Star Citizen in general, but you do not have the game, it is free to play during the entire Invictus week. And if you don't know what Invictus is, I'm going to get into that and how you can take part. So very easy. All you need to do is make sure you have a game package. And so if you click the link below, you can use referral code and you get that package. And then if you ever at any point decide to get the game, you do get a little bit of a bonus for using that referral code. But all you need is the account on the RSA website to play for free during Invictus. That's all. No cost. You don't need to buy anything. Once it starts tomorrow, which is on the 17th, you just need to download the game, play the game, try it out, see what you think. There's going to be ships for sale, and pretty much any ship that is available to look at in Invictus, you're going to be able to fly. There is going to be some exceptions to that. There is going to be like the tour of the Idris. I don't believe we're going to be able to rent an Idris and fly it around, but you can actually check that ship out. Amazing. I'm excited to do that since I have not checked out the Idris at all. I haven't been inside it. I didn't find it during the last event, and it is massive, so I just can't wait to like look around and see that. So that's what it is. I'm gonna kind of go over Invictus, what it is and what's it about. So Invictus is kind of the in-game version of like a military week, kind of held around the start of May, and it's supposed to be like the graduating cadets are being enrolled into the military, the UE military there. So it's military themed. Out of all the events that CIG holds throughout the year, some of them are very small, things like Coremore, which is like Valentine's Day, or VAR, which is Halloween. Really not much going on. There's the Expo, which is by far the biggest event because it's all ships, not just military ships. And then there is Invictus, which is the second biggest one. Normally I'm not as keen on Invictus just because for me the gameplay is more industrial, delivery, mining, not a lot of combat, but it is pretty cool. And I will go over quickly the ships that are available for different days. How it works is you can go there, you have a ship as part of the game package. I believe this year it is an Avenger Titan. That is yours through the entire event. You get to fly that around and use it to get from one place to another in the verse. But at Invictus, for each day, there's going to be different ships available for rent, and you can rent them for a 48-hour rental. So all you can do is you can rent them, cost no money in game, and you get those ships and you can use them for whatever you would like. Pretty cool. It's taking place from the 17th right to the 29th. So if you do not have a game account and you want to take part in Invictus, again, absolutely free to play from the 17th to the 29th. There is usually some issues with any big event and any free fly event because there's a lot of strain putting on the servers, but luckily they seem to have stopped the servers crashing as much as hanging. So, you know, take the wins where you can, I suppose. It's going to start about 4 o'clock UTC, which would be about 9 a.m. Pacific on the 17th. That's when we're going to start. So at that point, you're going to be able to download the game and play the game. You need to choose a starting location. If you haven't played the game before and you don't know how to get around, I would say choose Area 18 as your starting location because that is where the event is taking place. You'll be able to get to it relatively easy. And that way, if you're out in the verse somewhere and you haven't set your spawn or you reset your spawn to your home world, you can just allow your character to die and you'll respawn at Area 18 and you'll be back in Invictus. So I think that's pretty good. There's little trains that are driving around, like little flying cars, like taxis that you get into, and they're going to bring you to the Bevik Convention Center, and that is where it's happening. There's the Idris tour, but that's actually moving all over to different planets. So you're going to have to kind of search for that and see where it is. There's also a fleet that's going through, so you're able to kind of like check out the fleet as it flies by. What else can I talk about here? There is different ship manufacturers in game on different days. There are ships that are going to be available for purchase. Some are limited. There's like the Constellation Phoenix, the Idris, the Krakens, I believe. I don't know. I might be missing one there. Oh, the Javelin, I believe. But if you're a new player, there's no way you're going to be buying those. Even I wouldn't be buying those because, again, a lot of money for those. But pretty much any of the ships on display, you're able to to fly for free. Plus, if you attend by logging into the game at least 3 times during this entire event, you're going to get a Spectrum badge, which is used in the online chat, just something you can use to kind of like put on your character. Not a lot of people use those or switch those, but they're kind of cool because if you get one for this Invictus, it's only for this Invictus, and it kind of shows you were taking part in that, and it's something that's permanently going to be tied to that account. There is also a medevac beacon, which you're going to get, and that's an in-game item that, again, will always be yours no matter if there's a wipe or what happens. I don't know what the medevac beacon really is. I don't know if it actually sends out a distress signal. I don't know if it's just like a flashy light. Really, I have no idea what it is, so it'll be kind of interesting to see that. But I'm going to quickly look at the Invictus thing here, the Invictus page, and we're looking at the different manufacturers for the different days. May 17th and 18th, it's going to be RSI, Argo Ergonomics, or Argo Astronomics, Origin Jumpworks, and Consolidated Outland. So a lot of cool ships there. You're going to check out the constellations. You're going to check out the the 600i, maybe the new Argo MPUV -T1 or 1T. I can't remember what it's called. It's like the tractor beam version of the MPUV. The next day, Misk and Mirai, so you're going to be able to check out the Pulse. You're going to be able to check out some of the ships like the Freelancers. Crusader, so you can check out the Hercules and Tumbrel. You can check out some of the land vehicles there. May 21st to 22nd, Aegis, Dynamics. They're the only ones there, but they are going to have the big ships that you haven't seen there yet. And then we're going to have Anvil Aerospace on the last day, and then DefenseCon, which is kind of Drake Interplanetary. So it happens at the same time as Invictus, but in theory, it's a little bit separate and different. Last year, where everything was happening at the convention center, DefenseCon and Drake was actually happening at the spaceport, so at a entirely different location. You get to check out things like the Drake salvage ships there, plus the Caterpillar, plus the Mule and the Dragonflies, all the things that Drake produces, plus the Corsair, which honestly, a ship I don't own, but one of the coolest ships I think that Drake has made. I really love the interior design on there. I love that each crew member gets its own little space. So looking at this, I can actually see the list of ships. So I'm just going to go through them super quick. So if you want to know what ships are available on the 17th and 18th, we got from RSI, we got the Aurora LN, the Constellations Andromeda, Aquila, Phoenix, and Taurus. We have the RSI Lynx, which is a rover, the Mantis, which is the ship that can actually stop other ships from jumping, the Scorpius Antares, which is kind of a cross between the Scorpius and the Mantis. We have the Ursa rover and the new Ursa Medevac. Plus on there, maybe we'll see on display or at least a hologram of they're working on the RSI Zeus, so I'm guessing that'll be there as well. We have Origin Jumpworks, the 125 and 325A, so no 600s there, just the smaller Origin ships, that's all right. And then we have the Kanu Mustang Delta, which if you're looking at getting the game and you want to get, after this is over, a game package, we have the Mustang and we have the Aurora. Very similar, although it's the Aurora MR, and I can't remember, I think it's the Mustang Beta are the starter ships on those, but very similar in flight characteristics to those. Argo Astronomics, we have the MPUVs, we have the Cargo, the Personnel, and the new tractor version, plus the SRV, which is a large-sized towing ship, so that's all on the 17th to the 18th. After that, 19th and 20th, Crusader, we have the A1 Spirit, C1 Spirit. Those are their smaller but still fairly large cargo and bombers. We have the Ares, Inferno, and Ion. Sorry, I had a cough there. We have the A2 Hercules and the C2 Hercules and the M2 Hercules. So we have the bomber, the cargo, and the military Hercules variants. These ships are massive. They hold a ton. And then we have the Star Runner. Personally, I love the Star Runner. A lot of people, it's kind of, you're either in one, it's kind of like pineapple on pizza. Let's put it that way. I'm on the pineapple and Mercury side, just so you guys know. We have Mirai, we have the Fury LX, the Mirai Pulse, and the Razor EX. Only showing one Pulse here. I don't know if they're going to have both versions of the Pulse there. Pretty fun ships to fly if you like moving fast and losing control. Just how hair triggers some of the controls on these are. We have the Mist Freelancer MIS, which is the like combat variant. We have the Reliant Tana, and we have the Starfare Gemini, which I definitely say check out that ship. It is massive. You're gonna get lost in it. It's pretty cool. Refueling still not huge in the game, but this ship here is a pretty amazing ship. Tumbrel, we got the Jeep type things, the Cyclones. We have the AA, MT, RN, TR. We have the 2 tanks, the Nova Storm and the Nova, or just the Tumbrel Nova and the Storm. We also have the Storm anti-aircraft. And that is it for those days. May 21st and 22nd, Avenger Stalker, Titan, Renegade, Warlock. You're going to have, I believe the Titan is going to be your free ship anyways. We have the Eclipse, we have the Gladius, the Hammerhead, the Redeemer, the Retaliator, the Saber Comet. So there's also the Saber Firebird, which to me looks very much like the Intel special, very rare Saber that was out there. We have the different Vanguards, the Harbingers, Hoplite, Sentinel, Warden, all those were on that day. And then on the 23rd and 24th, from Anvil, the Arrow, Ballista, C8R Pisces, the C8R is the rescue version. We have the Carrack, the Centurion, which I really don't know much about. That I believe was like a ground vehicle. We have the F7C Hornet Mark 1, and all the different variants are there, including the Tracker and the Ghost. We have the Anvil Gladiator, the Hawk, the Hurricane, the Terrapin, which I love its looks, even though I really haven't found a use for it in the verse. I don't really own one or fly one, but I kind of always still go back to liking its design. And the Valkyrie. And then the last day, Drake Defense Con, 25th to 26th. We have the Buccaneer, super fun to fly. I haven't tried it Master Modes, we'll see what it's like. The Caterpillar, that one I do own. I managed to win that in the pumpkin carving contest last year. I love it, and I'm so excited for where that ship is going as far as modularity in the future. The Corsair, again, check that one out, it's awesome. The Cutlass Black, Blue, Red, and Steel. Get the red because there's been a massive change to how medical beds work, and it's going to be really handy to use that. Drake Cutters, all 3 versions of those. The Dragonfly, the Herald, the Mule, and if you want to check out some salvage, the Vulture. Because I didn't see the Reclaimer in Aegis, so it doesn't look like you're going to be able to use the Reclaimer, so definitely get the Vulture and try some salvage out that way. Pretty fun. And then we have the 27th to 29 is the wrap-up. All the vehicles from all the previous days back for rent again. So if you missed one or you really like one and want to give it another try, this is the time to try it. And that is it. I'm excited about this. I didn't want to keep this video too long. Just a lot of news I know coming in. But if, again, you want to try Star Citizens out, make yourself a game account. And then on the day of, you can download it and play the game. It's going to be free. You're going to have a free ship to rent. There is going to be ships for sale, both war bonds and CCUs available throughout the event, happening every day. Plus, there's going to be game packages. Absolutely certain I'm going to be having those on sale. And I'm going to be picking one of those game packages up, and I'm going to be having a giveaway. So if you would like to perchance, I don't know what I'm talking about, but if you would like possibly to win yourself a game package and play the game, all you need to do is make sure you're subscribed to here so that when I get that, you're going to see how it's going to be possible to win that in the future. That is it. I hope to see everyone soon at Invictus. Goodbye, everybody. Have an awesome day.